Hello there, Adita Lang, and in today's little short video here, I would like to talk to you about balance. That's why I have no shoes on. I want you to see what's happening with my feet. See, here's the thing. I deal with people from all ages, and as people get older, somehow, somewhere down the line, they misinterpret the word balance with disease. It's not the same. Losing your balance means that certain muscles have not been trained to do what they need to do. So when it comes to balance, a couple of things are very important. And if you've seen some of my other videos, I talk about posture, but I'm gonna go over that lightly right now. Your posture is your chest lifted with your shoulders back and down, and then you're gonna pull in your rib cage ever so slightly, and whatever arch you have here is your personal arch, and that's you. Tailbone should aim straight down to the floor, and there you are, centered and balanced on your feet. So this part of it is very important. Many times, wherever our eyes go, the body follows. So if we're looking down, we look down, we look down with our body. So it's about trying to keep this ear over shoulder, shoulder over hip, right? As we're doing other activities. So one thing that I love to do is to train people utilizing balance as a challenge. So something as simple as bicep curls, instead of standing there with both feet, maybe stand on one foot. So let's talk about standing on one foot. What is it? What's going on? When you balance on one foot, you have a couple of things that transpire. First off, posture. So shoulders are back and down, chest is up, abdominals are in. That's your first step. The second step, you want to stare at something that is stationary. If you're looking around the room or looking at a moving car or people moving, you're gonna lose your balance. So you have to hold your focus on one point, of which you will be mine. Now the third step of this is your foot. Focus on what's happening on your foot that is on the floor. All 5 toes should be touching the floor evenly. So if you feel like you're wiggling to your big toe or little toe, your goal is to find center. Sometimes, depending on how tired we are or what we've been doing in our day, maybe you're wobbling around. Like I feel like I'm wobbling around in my toes, and that's okay because that's actually training the muscles of the feet at the same time. See, when we wear shoes, our feet don't have to work that hard. When we're barefoot is when our toes have to truly engage. And that is the key, my friends, is allowing your toes to do what they're supposed to do. Something as simple as you're sitting in a chair, the average person sits putting their weight on their heel and their toes fly up in the air. Well, that's an unstable person if you think about it, because you could push them and they'd fall backwards. The toes being pressed down is what keeps you stable on the floor so you don't fall backwards. So now it's about not only using all 5 toes, but trying to use all 5 toes as evenly as possible. So creating balance in the foot when you're balancing. So again, something as simple as a bicep curl, you could work this on one foot so that you're challenging your foot. So if you're in a gym, maybe you don't want to take your shoes off, and that's okay. But if you're training at home or in a studio, it would be great to take your shoes off so that you actually have to force your toes to do what it is they're supposed to do. Now, let's just say you're thinking, this is great, but my toes don't move. And there are people like this, toes don't move. So I have an exercise for you. You'll sit on a chair or in the couch. You'll put a tissue on the ground. And all I want you to do is pick up the tissue with your toes. Pick up the tissue with your toes. You know, just like weight training, you have to increase weight. So once you can master that, then I want you to use a AAA battery. Yeah, use a AAA battery, or pennies maybe even too. And then you work your way up to a AA battery. And then you're gonna be doing really good. We want to get the toes engaged. And that, my friends, is what's going to help you stay balanced and stable no matter where you're walking to or going to. You'll always be nice and strong on your feet. Until next time.